Alright, we are back. It's War number 1 of Season 38, and we are starting this season in Tier 1. So, real quick, I am going to make these videos this season a lot shorter. You probably noticed, at least if you followed this channel, which, by the way, I appreciate you, that I just stopped posting War videos from last season. Pretty much just due to time. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing the scouting stuff this season. We've got another season of Conduit, and at this point I think that every alliance has Conduit figured out anyway, but I don't know if I'll do that next season when we have Unsteady Ground. But those videos just took me too long, mostly because of my own yapping, but I'm just going to kind of stick to regular War videos. I'll definitely do voiceovers over the fights and stuff like that, but they're just going to be kind of typical standard War videos. So, first of all, we're matched against SAS. They're a very good alliance. A lot of friendlies over there, and they did not ban any attackers. And I presume that was, obviously a mistake on their part, just an oversight. Definitely when we opened up the game, we were feeling good, of course, because that's an advantage that they were able to give us that we were hoping that we could take advantage of. So anyway, all right, I am on Path 8 in Section 1. So I'm going to be taking, you guys can see my team here, but I'm going to be taking a few fights here in a row with CGR. CGR, I'm hoping that he doesn't get banned too often this season. We've got Hercules and Torch are no longer whitelisted, so they're eligible for ban selections. And I expect that most alliances will probably ban both or one of those champs every war, and then it's just kind of a matter of how they round out like their third ban and stuff. But because of that, I'm hoping that CGR is just far enough down on the pecking order that he doesn't get banned a lot, because he is definitely one of the champs I feel most comfortable with. And so we've got this bishop here. A somewhat dangerous fight. It could be dangerous if I don't know. I guess if you push him to an SP2 and he's high sig and he throws an unblockable special and you can't dex it or something. But overall, I mean, especially with a boosted CGR, if you do a full rotation and get all those armor breaks on your SP2, he's going to be dead in the second SP2. So. Here you guys can see that he is pretty high on the on the prowess. He's at 34 prowess, but with cosmic power back boost, we just go straight up to an SP3, and he never has an opportunity to throw a special attack. The same thing is going to happen with the next fight, which is a Human Torch, who is a conduit attacker, a conduit defender. But CGR will take care of all that because he's a sick and tired attacker. And even though we deal a lot of we have a lot of energy hits, we are incinerate immune, of course, so we don't have to worry about getting incinerated or anything like that in this fight with Nova Flames, with anything. There, I went to like wipe the top of my phone because I saw like a mark on it, like a water mark or like a fucking sweat mark or something, and it accidentally swiped up, and I was like, oh shit, is this gonna screw the fight up? But nope, we're good. It's just a standard CGR fight. So I am for these fights running double edge just for the extra attack, and so I've essentially lost 2% health on on sources other than recoil. I've thrown 2 SP2s in these first 2 fights, which has ticked off 5% apiece. So we are going to top off here just because I don't want to take any chances this season. I really, really just want to... I really want to have my best season. I want to get get through the season without dying, which is something that I've not done before. And I know that I'm capable of it if I just kind of stick within my comfort zone and make sure that I'm doing my job and doing what I preach and just taking care of business during the prep phase. But anyway, all right, so here, actually, hold on. We're going to restart. I was yapping. All right, so if you guys don't know, Green Goblin, when he has more cunning than whatever his other thing is, hold on, I will show you. All right, so there he has cunning, right? This is cunning. So basically every time he gets to a bar of power, he's going to get cunning. And then the other one is orange. I can't remember what it's called, but basically if he has more cunning than or the same amount as the orange, then he will reduce all opponent power rate by 40%. That includes combat power rate, that includes power gain buffs, and stuff like that. So against Green Goblin, you can't do your standard Cosmic Ghost Rider cycle. You can't do, if you want to just do the cycle and Fate Seal him with your 5 Judgments and throw your SP2, you have to switch up the order. So what you need to do here, what you guys will see that I do here is I'm going to start with a medium ending combo to gain Vigilance. Now that doesn't do anything, but for each successive judgment, the next judgment gains potency. So if you do Vigilance first, instead of your heavy, which gives you an aptitude buff, then you do a heavy, whatever you do second is going to be more powerful and last a little bit longer than your first buff that you trigger. And because we want to maximize the effect of our power gain buff, we're going to do it third. So we start with a medium ender here. All that does is it gives us 1 judgment. And then our next one is going to be a heavy to get the aptitude. So the strength, the potency and strength of the aptitude is going to be increased because we threw it second, not first, number 1. And then also, because of that, it won't expire before we throw our light ending combo, which is going to give us that power gain buff. So our power gain buff is going to be essentially triple increased. It's going to be increased by the fact that we have thrown a Vigilance prior, another buff prior, the aptitude, and then third by the effect of the aptitude itself, if that makes any sense. So basically, you just want to switch up your combos, and against Green Goblin, if you're not using Power Start 1 boost, you want to do Vigilance first, then Heavy, and then you want to do your Light Ender. That will push you right over 2 bars of power, which you guys can see here. Oh, no, it just pushed us just under, but then we do a full combo into our SP2. That's going to, of course, inflict Damnation, which Fate Seals him, Heal blocks him, all that goodness. All right, so we can watch the end of this fight without the analysis, but I just wanted to go over that. If you're using CGR against Green Goblin, you just need to alternate the order of your rotation, basically. Or if you want, you can also just use a Power Start 1 boost. But anyway, all right. Okay, so Section 2, I have these 2 fights. It's a Magneto, for whom I'll be using my rank 4 thing, and then after this we have a MODOK, for whom I'll be using Mole Man. This path is Hazard Shift, Shock, Bleed. Thing is double immune, and Mole Man is immune to shocks, and he will purify the bleeds and convert them into monster mass. So this fight, honestly, I feel like I should probably skip through. It goes fine. Basically, what you want to do is build up to 15 plus rock stacks, and at that point you can just kind of freely intercept. So there, I got hit, but I was unstoppable. So I essentially intercepted him even though he hit me. And you can ensure that you always get that unstoppable buff as long as you're at 15 here. And he is a conduit defender anyway, so you don't want to throw specials or knock him down. But yeah, I mean, that's, if he wasn't conduit and he was placed here, just don't throw your specials so you can always keep your rock stacks or if you throw a special to dump your rock stacks or convert them into your furies, then you can just parry 3 times to get back up to 15. So anyway, it's a very safe fight. It's actually a very fun fight because you can kind of mess around a little bit with like some wild intercepts with literally no risk. Just against Magneto, and there's some other defenders you can do that against, but no, you can do that against anybody basically that doesn't that doesn't just ignore Unstoppable or something like Rhino, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, very fun fight and very safe. And he's down. I think that was my last thing fight as well. So we're just kind of being a little bit loopy in that fight. Alright, I do have a combat regen boost on, as you can see. Gonna go ahead and use that boy up. I need to restock on them things. And this node, unlike the previous node, does not have one eye open, so we can hit him while he's stunned. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... there I just missed a parry at the start. But as long as I stay below... If I stay below 10 monster mass and I don't trigger Frenzy... So you can trigger Frenzy by basically blocking a hit that's a non-parry hit when you have 5 or more monster mass. Then he will keep, I'll keep true accuracy and he won't be able to auto-block me. So now he can auto-block me because I'm up to 10 monster mass. So I'm just going to get to my SP2, activate Frenzy. I know that everything kind of happened really fast, but I mean, if you guys play around with Mole Man, you'll kind of get it. It's pretty simple, and then at this point, I'm just going to heavy him to death because I can freely parry him, and I'm not worried about the debuffs. And of course, this is also my last Mole Man fight of the war, so all good. Alright, so pretty easy there. And what do I have left? I honestly can't remember. Oh, I've got the Terrax. Okay, so here is another fight where CGR, I think, is a great option. Maybe, God, is he the best option? Like, maybe him and Kitty and Herc, would be the best. I actually prefer Cosmic Ghost Rider because he's sick and tired. You can throw your specials. The only issue in this fight for a Cosmic Ghost Rider is that this has polka dot power. So you can't just do a standard rotation and get yourself up to an SP2. Now, there are a couple things that I do in this fight to essentially manufacture my way up to an SP2. So the first thing that I do is because this has Stun Reflect and I don't want to parry him, and I also don't want to spoil my precision buff by dexing, which will trigger precision, a much lower potency precision from masteries, is I took dexterity off. I know that he doesn't have any unblockable specials. I can just block them if I need to, and I also know that he's going to be dead really fast anyway. But if he was on the boss node, CGR is definitely an option for a Terrax boss. You just want to take off dex so that you can freely outrange his heavy attack. Basically, you want to play stun immune, let him throw that heavy attack, outrange the heavy attack without the risk of accidentally using the dexterity mastery and spoiling your precision buff. And then once you get up to your SP2, it'll automatically activate precision of much stronger potency, and with a Cosmic Boost, that's how you'll get those back-to-back special attacks. Now, the other thing is, we are going to use a Power Start 1 boost in this fight. And you guys are going to see it's a very specific rotation that you want to do with Cosmic Ghost Rider if you're going to use him here and do the SP2 loop. And as some YouTubers have shown, if you don't do this correctly, you will not get to your SP2. You will stop just short of it, even with the Power Start 1 boost, and you could die. Alright, so we can skip ahead, obviously. All we're doing is taking off dexterity, and then we're just refilling this stuff. The only reason I'm even putting points back into here is just because I know that I'm going to just slap on dexterity right after this fight anyway. So, alright, heading back in. Let's go, buddy! Alright, so Power Start 1, and then we are going to start with a heavy attack, and then, or actually we might start with a medium attack, and then a heavy attack, or a medium combo, medium ending combo, and then a heavy attack, and then our light ending combo, and that will push us just over 2 bars of power, and then we can just do the deal. We can also very easily backdraft into our SP2, which is like basically the Hercules quote-unquote special intercept, even though it's not technically an intercept. So anyway, because we don't have the dexterity mastery. So we've got the PS1. All right, I went with the heavy first. It doesn't really matter. It just matters that you do your power gain third. So then you do the medium ender. Instead of the standard rotation would be the power gain second, but it won't have enough potency. So there you guys saw that we just got over 2 bars of power. And with the power back boost, now we're going to do a backdraft into our special attack, and he's dead. And again, if you do the backdraft into special with dex on, your dexterity mastery will trigger a lesser precision, and you won't get the absolutely crazy hilarious damage. All right, and then we just had an unfortunate deal here where we weren't able to get this null boss down. He's probably going to be a meta boss. There are a lot of options, or I guess there are a handful of strong options for this fight, and because of our limited off-season practice against this boss, and we do have a person with a rank 4 Mole Man who's very comfortable fighting Null on like path 4B, and so we went with him with Mole Man on this fight, and obviously with the elevated health pool, it's just a tricky fight. So anyway, I'm going in here just to finish up with my rank 3 Mole Man, so that person doesn't have to use a bunch of items. And, he did all the work anyway, got him down to 8% or whatever it was, so all I'm doing is capping it off. But anyway, guys, that is it. SAS did win this war. They won 10-13. 2 of our 13 were recorded disconnects, but look, those count, and they could have had some disconnects too. So not the start that we wanted, but we regroup and move on. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be posting all of the war videos. They will be considerably shorter this season, just so that I can get them out on time, even though this one is a couple days late. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and a comment, all that YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you in the next video.